Hey all, welcome back. So I've got my bridge. Look at that lovely shiny bridge. It'll soon be covered in sawdust and fingerprints. Yeah. Anyway, first thing I need to do is I need to thin this down. This is humongous. I'm going to take it down to 45 to start off with, and then think about it after that. I'm not sure. Like, that block is 42mm. So if you wanted to sit just just slightly recessed, then I might have to get a shorter block. I'm not sure yet, because Music Lily do that brass one like I stuck on Chris's guitar. So I can always do that. It's an option to do like a 37mm block. So I'll have to decide on whether the trim's actually going to sit in the recess or just hover above it. Either or would be fine, but I need to decide what I'm doing in order to do the neck pocket so I can get that at the right height and stuff. So yeah, and like if I'm going to sit the trim higher up, then I might want to think about a slight angle on the neck to sort of so the neck can sit right down into the body, but still give enough room at the bridge. So yeah, that's a, well, first things first, so let's just thin the body. I'm hoping this fits through my planer. So let's find out. So we're at 45 now, we're at a more sensible height. This, well, it looks better. Anyway, for everybody who doesn't know about these planer machines, planer thicknessers, inside you've got two rollers either side and a cutter in the middle. And what can happen when you put your wood in is the cartridge can sort of tilt a little bit. And what happens is then you get this little bit at the front of the piece of wood where it comes along and then there's a little bump up, and they call that snipe. So what I do is I get really close. If you just get really close to where you want your thickness, and then don't adjust the height, just keep feeding the piece through, what I find is that snipe gets tiny, 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 tiny until there's virtually nothing. Because I've got virtually no snipe there at all. It's just like, oh, it's just the tiniest of little bumps just there, and that's all I've got. But it's easy to sand out. Anyway, moving on. Right then, let's have a look and see what we've got. But this should be pretty good. There's a lot of adjustment on the bridge, of course, but if I can get it kind of close with this, then I'll be happy days. What have we got here? Oh cool, that's about 12. I think this is going to be absolutely perfect. That's fairly high string height actually as well. Where's the 12th? Where are you? 12th is there, and yeah, getting roughly. Yeah, I think this is quite good actually. This is quite good. Excellent. Okay, and we are basically down to the fretboard at the front there, so yeah, that's pretty good. Assume that's right in. That's looking quite good. Superb. Here we are. I've reduced the angle slightly. I just cut another template thing wide and then used a short cutter that fit in the pocket itself, you know. And then I've just knocked a little bit of angle off. So I'm down about 11 mils at the bridge now, which is spot on really. That's with 3 mils off of the fretboard. I was checking my guitars, they're all 3 to 3.5 mil at the end of the board, so that's pretty good. But now you think about shaping this and just doing some rough sketching. So obviously I need to remove some of this material. That's pretty good, eh? That's not bad, that. Also need to, I've got more finessing to do on the back here. I need to do some of this heel as well, it's thick as hell. But yeah, you can get in there, no bother. Right, the 24th, which is happy days. And that's the official noise you make when you're testing. Just keep that in mind. Anyway, moving on. I'm just looking at where to fit the screws. That's still to come back a little bit off the end here. I've just been looking at the template, getting a rough idea of what's what. But I think this is looking pretty good though. If I can just sort of get that there. Oh, I don't know. I'll do is just mark it. Yeah, I'll just go for it, eh? That's pretty good. It's not bad. A little bit further on. This one, get a bit from the edge. There we go. Right, so there's still a bit to come off here, but also I can do a sort of a steep slope down here as well by keeping these back a bit. Right, so I'll get my 3mm. Now I'm going to set up the drill. What's going on with you? What's going on with you, lad? Oh my bear. Right, there we are. You can see the sort of shape there. It's got quite a slope on it. It's nice, like it's very comfortable. I think it looks really good as well. Yeah, plenty of access. I wasn't sure about doing anything with the neck. The problem is that in the past I've taken risks, but I had a good stock of the mahogany and ebony fretboards and stuff. And worst case scenario, I could just make another neck. But this is different. I don't have any of this material lying around. I couldn't just knock up another neck. If I was to go and attack this and screw up some way, what I might do is I might extend this curve a little bit over to the closer heel, but I'm not going to try and bring all this bit down to match this. I'm not going to do that because it's too risky. I just don't want to, and it doesn't need to because it is really comfy, even if it would look cool. Yeah, those screws were really tight too, and that would. That's why I took them back out again, gave them more wax, just because the ebony is so hard. But no, that's cool though. The only thing I might consider is these rear ones. I might actually plug them in a bit and redo them with use longer screws. That's the 38mm screws, but you get the 42mm as well as like a fairly standard length. So I could do that if I wanted to. I'm not sure. I'll see how I feel. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave this here, and when we come back, it's going to be trem time, I suppose. Getting routing with the trem and stuff, see if we're getting that done. Get the trem in, and I need to sort all this shape at the back end here and stuff as well, so still plenty to do. I don't know what the cavie's going to do. It's going to be quite a small cavie, isn't it? There's not a lot of space, is there? I think the jack sockets either up here or in here on the Strandberg, the odd looking bugger of a thing. I don't know, I'll have to think about all that stuff. But I've got my laser, I can always knock something up, I'm sure. Anyway, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to like, comment as usual, and I'll see you soon. Cheers!